Okay, this is the second episode of season 1 of Batwoman that I've watched, and I'm still thoroughly impressed. So I mentioned with my episode 1 review that this was sort of a hate watch, where I watched the trailer and the teaser for Batwoman, and it was so anti-man and over-the-top feminism that I had to watch it to see just how bad they could get, because I remember watching Supergirl in the first couple seasons where it was very heavy-handed woman girl power, and it just was obnoxious and made me feel terrible. So I thought, okay, I love Batman, I love his rogue gallery, I love everything to do with it. I'm gonna watch this and just see how bad it is. And like I said, the second episode in, and it's still so good. You tricked me with that trailer and those teasers. You tricked me. So those that are wondering based off seeing the trailer and teaser, this is the second episode where I haven't seen any man-hating. I haven't seen any over-the-top feminism. I haven't seen anything like in the trailer or teaser. So I don't know if they backed off of it and they decided, okay, we need to edit this to calm down what's going on, or maybe they were just doing it to hype women and girls up to watch it. But it's completely different. There's no sexism at all. It's just a really good show on the CW, and we know, between you and me, the CW and drama is just their go-to. But this isn't even childish drama. This is really good emotional drama, where I had to fix my mascara after it because I teared up a little bit, okay? Don't come at me. I teared up a little bit when it comes to the sisters and their issues and her feeling like she should have saved her sister and she didn't. There's good action, it's believable, there's good characters that have depth, it's not over-the-top goofy like you sometimes see with CW shows. It's just, in general, a really good show, and I feel like they spoiled it by trying to throw some political message into the trailer for a show that's just about Batwoman. And it's good. Why'd you shoot yourself in the foot, CW? Do you know how many people you riled up with your shenanigans and now won't watch this show or give it a chance because of what you did? And this is a good show. Okay, some thoughts on the bat suit. I don't think this is just a problem with Kate or with a woman having it, because I've seen other Batmans where the face looks really wide, but man, without the red hair, which she will eventually put on because we've seen from other shots, it just looks really weird where you got this small face and just here just sticking out. So that's weird. So I really can't wait for her to wear the red wig and attach it so that it's not so. Plus, you know, being a natural redhead, I'm all about redheads. Even though I guess she's not naturally a redhead in this series, but, you know, just gonna let that go. Just let it go. No one is a redhead anymore. Daredevil, Triss, MJ, they hates us. They wants to get rid of us. And I was really intrigued reading the comics, the relationship between the two sisters, Kate and, you know, Alice, at this point. The show is making me feel even more emotional attachment between the two, and I'm really shocked that was possible, because generally, and this is for me, I understand if this isn't the same for you, I usually feel more attachment towards characters in books and comics and graphic novels than I do in movies and TV shows. I don't know if that's just part of, generally you have more time and you also kind of project your own feelings and interpretation more so when you read or look at comics versus a TV show movies. It's a little more blunt, and they tell you how you should feel for the most part. Not completely, obviously, but I actually have a very strong emotional connection with seeing these sisters and how the one sister feels betrayed, and the other sister just wants her sister back regardless of the heinous shit she's done. I also like, and I know this is a common story to tell, where you have one person that believes, okay, this is my family, regardless of the heinous shit they've done. Where you have the other person that goes, this isn't our family member anymore. This person has done so many terrible, heinous things that they aren't the person we knew. And I'm the type of person where I like the different perspectives and the different outlooks on something. So I feel like I'm going to continue to enjoy seeing the two different, I guess, interpretations of, is Alice really Beth? Is this really our family anymore? Or is this just some monster who isn't really there anymore? And I say this from the perspective of someone that had a brother, and growing up, I watched him slowly succumb to a disease that physically and mentally, I guess we can't use the word retarded anymore, but handicapped him more and more throughout the years. And as he got older and lost those abilities, I remember people saying, it's not him anymore. It's not that person you knew anymore. Like, he's not there. So when he dies, you're not really grieving for him because he was lost a long time ago. So I kind of like that perspective in this show of Kate believes that's still her sister regardless of how she's changed, regardless of the damage. Where their father might be more so, no, she's gone. She was gone a long time ago. Whatever's in her place just isn't your sister, isn't my daughter. And I'm not comparing that to people with diseases that slowly become more and more handicapped, obviously. I'm just using that as an example. I still believe they are the same person and can be reached, but I understand the perspective, although it took me a while to understand it and not be just totally fucking enraged. I understand the perspective of people that believe that's not who they are anymore. They're too far gone. So to me, I like it, but I can understand where some people might not be as invested, especially if they haven't experienced those things. Also, I guess worth noting, I worked with a lot of people with traumatic brain injuries too, and dealt with that sort of thing, where you had some families that to the end believed, this is my family member, I love them. And then you had others that went, well, this isn't the person I knew anymore, I don't give a fuck. And they wouldn't visit them ever and just let them stay in a home to kind of rot is the terrible thing. So I, from my own experiences, like seeing the truth to humanity, which is we do view these sort of things differently. One person still views that as the whole person, where this other person may be like, nope, they're fucking gone. And I find the people that view it that way as being cruel, but they don't see themselves as cruel. So I like to see those different perspectives, even if I find them sad. Now, maybe he's saying it's not her just to protect himself. But, you know, I guess we'll see. So yeah, I think it was a really good episode. I am very involved in this series so far. Despite me watching it, expecting it to just be an absolute clusterfuck, I can't believe this show is as good as it is. I'm completely beside myself that this, again, was a hate watch. This was a hate watch after the trailer and teaser, and it's just a really good show. But if you've seen the second episode, or even the first episode of season 1 of Batwoman, let me know your thoughts. Maybe you still think this is a shit show. Maybe you think this is absolutely terrible. Maybe you don't, I don't know, like something about it. So like, subscribe, and let me know in the comment section down below.